Advanced statistics. Variability measures how spread out numbers are in a dataset. Standard deviation is a key way to measure the spread. It tells us, on average, how far each number in a set is from the mean, or the average value. Standard deviation. The standard deviation, denoted by sigma or s, is a calculation that shows how much variation or dispersion exists from the average, also known as the mean. It helps us understand how spread out the numbers in a dataset are. For example, a small standard deviation means that the numbers are close to the mean, while a large standard deviation means the numbers are more spread out. Variance. The variance, denoted by sigma squared or s squared, is simply the standard deviation squared. It is another measure of how spread out the numbers in a dataset are. Variance helps to highlight the degree of variation or dispersion in the data, making it easier to compare datasets with different ranges. Example problem. Calculate the standard deviation of test scores. 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. Step-by-step solution. Mean calculation. First, calculate the mean. The mean is the sum of all the numbers divided by the total number of scores. Mean equals the sum of 55 plus 60 plus 65 plus 70 plus 75 divided by 5, which equals 65. Difference from the mean. Next, we find the difference of each score from the mean. 55 minus 65 squared equals 100. 60 minus 65 squared equals 25. 65 minus 65 squared equals 0. 70 minus 65 squared equals 25. 75 minus 65 squared equals 100. Variance. Now, calculate the variance, which is the average of these squared differences. Variance equals 100 plus 25 plus 0 plus 25 plus 100 divided by 5, which equals 50. Standard deviation. Finally, take the square root of the variance to find the standard deviation. Standard deviation equals the square root of 50, which is approximately 7.07. Practice problem 1. Given the ages 30, 20, 35, 40, and 45, find the variance. Solution. First, calculate the mean. Mean equals the sum of 30 plus 20 plus 35 plus 40 plus 45 divided by 5, which equals 35. Next, calculate the differences from the mean. 30 minus 35 squared equals 25. 20 minus 35 squared equals 225. 35 minus 35 squared equals 0. 40 minus 35 squared equals 25. 45 minus 35 squared equals 100. Now, calculate the variance. Variance equals 25 plus 225 plus 0 plus 25 plus 100 divided by 5, which equals 75. Practice problem 2. Find the standard deviation for heights in centimeters. 162, 168, 174, 180, and 186. Solution. First, calculate the mean. Mean equals the sum of 162 plus 168 plus 174 plus 180 plus 186 divided by 5, which equals 174. Next, calculate the differences from the mean. 162 minus 174 squared equals 144. 168 minus 174 squared equals 36. 174 minus 174 squared equals 0. 180 minus 174 squared equals 36. 186 minus 174 squared equals 144. Now, calculate the variance. Variance equals the sum of 144 plus 36 plus 0 plus 36 plus 144 divided by 5, which equals 72. Finally, calculate the standard deviation. Standard deviation equals the square root of 72, which is approximately 8.49. Quiz time. Why is standard deviation important in statistics? Calculate the variance for data points 2, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 7, 9. What does a standard deviation of 0 indicate? If a set of scores has a high standard deviation, what does it imply about the data? Calculate the standard deviation for data. 3, 3, 3, 5, 5, 5, 8, 8, 8. Here are the answers to the quiz questions. Why is standard deviation important in statistics? Standard deviation helps measure how much the data points vary from the average. It shows whether data points are closely packed or spread out from the mean. Calculate the variance for data points 2, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 7, 9. Mean equals 5. The squared differences from the mean are 9, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 4, 16. Variance equals the sum of the squared differences divided by 8, which is 4. What does a standard deviation of 0 indicate? A standard deviation of 0 means all data points are the same, with no variation from the mean. If a set of scores has a high standard deviation, what does it imply about the data? A high standard deviation means the data points are spread out far from the mean, showing more variability. Calculate the standard deviation for data. 3, 3, 3, 5, 5, 5, 8, 8, 8. Mean equals 5.5. The squared differences from the mean are 6.25, 0.25, 6.25. Variance equals 4.22. Standard deviation equals approximately 2.05.